right, hello everybody. Get ready for takeoff. Today we're flying into the territory of the ban on TikTok. That's right. There is a ban on TikTok going on right here in the United States. I brought my AI co-pilot, asked it to give me all the information. I said, tell me about the ban on TikTok here in the United States. So I brought up the specifics that you need to know, the exact facts. So sometimes this AI co-pilot can be very helpful because the first time I asked it, it didn't. I wanted to change the conversation. So let's be specific. So tell me about the ban on TikTok here in the United States. Let's be specific. Sometimes when you talk to AI, you have to use the exact prompts. You just do. Yeah. So it's passed in the House. It's already passed in the Senate. It's just awaiting Biden's signature right now. So here's my take on the ban on TikTok. Now I don't use TikTok. I'm not a big fan of the platform. But what I fear is happening here. You need to get a hold of your congressman. I don't want to see Biden get elected, but I don't want to see Trump get elected either. I don't want either man. There is another party. I may be voting for Kennedy. Yeah, he's the better option. There's a third option, and then I may throw my support towards Kennedy because Biden, he's Sleepy Joe. He's senile. The other guy, I'm afraid of him. So Kennedy is the lesser of the three evils. That's the way I see it. But you need to get a hold of your congressman, your senator, because this ban on TikTok, even though I'm not a fan of the platform, I'm all about free speech. And I just feel that this TikTok ban is an attack on free speech. Do you know why they want to ban it? Here's my take on it. Because they can't control the narrative. TikTok is an offshore foreign company that the United States can't control. Yeah, they can't control the narrative that TikTok puts out. They don't like that. They want sheeple, not people that can think. TikTok is a threat, but they're not doing anything different that the other platforms aren't doing. They accuse TikTok of selling your information, of phishing all your data, but so don't the other platforms. They all do it. TikTok is different because the United States can't control it. It's an offshore company in another country, incorporated somewhere else. ByteDance is a Chinese company. They can't control the narrative. That's why. And I think there's other things going on here. The reason why they want to ban TikTok, it's not going to stop with TikTok. No, they're actually after Elon Musk platform X because they can't control him. He's all about free speech. They don't like that. They can't control the narrative with him either. He's just giving them the finger. The bird is the word. Have you heard what happened to him in Australia? Okay, so let's start with this attack on free speech is going on everywhere. This has been happening for a while. Now, there's a ban on TikTok. I'm going to tell you the details of that. But I want to tell you what's going on with Elon Musk and X, or what used to be Twitter. And you don't have to agree with that man either. But I believe in free speech. Whether I like it or not, everyone has the right to free speech. That's what I believe. Even if I don't agree with your free speech, you have the right to have it. Okay? So, in Australia, Bishop Mari Emanuel was stabbed. Some guy came up and stabbed him, right? Well, miraculously, the bishop survived. Now, Mari Emanuel, I know who he is. He's a good a good pastor or bishop. He does preach the gospel. He doesn't water it down. So somebody didn't like what he had to say, and they tried to assassinate him. Failed. He miraculously survived. The blade didn't penetrate, and he's okay. That's the important part. When the Australian government decides they don't want this shown on social media anywhere, not just in Australia, but anywhere on the planet. And they want Elon Musk arrested because Elon Musk believes in free speech. He says, no, what happened to the bishop needs to be talked about, shown on X. I want people to know what happened to him. And, so Elon didn't cooperate with the Australian government. See, they're after him because they can't control his narrative because he's not an Australian company. He's over here. But I bet Elon Musk is already incorporated in some other offshore company. If he's smart, he's done that. He's moved his incorporation, whatever, legally he's incorporated in some other country. Somewhere safe. At least in a red state. I guarantee it. Because he moved his entire company out of California. Because he didn't like what was going on, so he just shut the plant and moved. Took all those jobs and all that money somewhere else. He did that. So Elon just didn't cooperate with Australia at all. So the Australian government decides we need to have him arrested. Well, Elon will be visiting Australia anytime soon. They'll arrest him on the spot. But they can't do that either. Even in their own constitution, they can't. They'd like to, and they'll look for a reason to do so. But Elon's too powerful, and they know it. And they're not going to get by with that. And he's not going to go to Australia anytime soon. I guarantee it. But yeah, because he didn't cooperate with their narrative that they wanted to spin, despite what happened to the bishop, I'm glad the bishop's okay, because Australian government decides, well, we don't want this message being spread about what happened to the bishop. Because they're trying to control a certain narrative. And Elon didn't cooperate and said, no, my platform is a platform for free speech. People can say whatever they want. If they don't like that, they can't control him. Just like over here in the United States, similar thing that's happening. I agree with Elon. His platform should be a platform for free speech. You can say whatever you want. I agree with him. But what's happening to TikTok over here, even though I'm not a fan of TikTok, people have the right to free speech, the right to express themselves. Now you're taking that away. They'll just go to another platform. Somebody will create something to compete with TikTok. But see, well, the problem is that they can't control the narrative on TikTok. They control Facebook. Our government's got control of Facebook. They got that pussy, Mark Zuckerberg, under their thumb. It's only a matter of time before Zuckerberg says, I need to incorporate outside the United States. He will eventually. He'll get tired of being pushed around by our government. It's only a matter of time before Zuckerberg decides, I'm tired of this BS. And so he will. All the platforms are going to do the same thing. They're going to get tired of the government pushing them around. They're just going to incorporate someplace where they can operate more freely. So the TikTok ban, in my opinion, is an attack on free speech completely. That's what this is about. It's the First Amendment. They can't control the narrative. The government tries to brainwash people, tries to push their propaganda on TikTok. No. And I feel bad because a lot of people I know make a living on TikTok. You're taking away their livelihood. Now, I'm not on TikTok. I don't depend on it for income. but I know people that do. And not just people on TikTok that are being monetized and making a good living on it. There's 100 million people in the United States on TikTok. Yes, there's 100 million TikTok users in the United States. And there's a certain percentage of them that are making a living off of it. And whether it's not just TikTok, but they're driving traffic to their OnlyFools or Instagram or Facebook, YouTube, Rumble, to their other platforms. If they're on TikTok, they're probably on multiple platforms and they're running a business. They're there to get clicks and views, get monetized, and make money. I get it. I totally understand that. Now you're trying to take that away. Because there's also YouTubers who do TikTok reactions. Right? I don't do that. And I'm going. This is an attack on free speech. This is also an attack on people's livelihoods. You're taking away people's opportunity to better themselves, to improve themselves, to get out there and make money. Because they also tried to go after OnlyFools, and that didn't pan out, did it? No. Well, the IRS passed a bill, and anything you make over $600, you got to report it to the IRS. That's fine. All these young ladies are going to do is incorporate and write off everything on their taxes. It's not going to change anything. They'll just get tax write-offs. Oh, that's no big deal. I'll get a CPA. If they're smart ones who are setting up, or they're making money on it, they're going to do that. They're just, like I said, they'll write off their cameras, their outfits. They'll just write it all off on their taxes. No big deal. Didn't change anything. But with TikTok, it's a complete ban. A complete and total ban. And it passed in the House, and it passed in the Senate. All Biden has to do is sign it. It'll come into full effect January of 2025, after Biden leaves office. And I'm just so sad because there are single moms who depend on TikTok to put food on their table. Yes, because they're monetized. They make money. You can't blame them. They make a little extra scratch so they can afford to buy groceries, afford to pay the utility bills, afford to feed their child. Now, Biden wants to take that away from them. How dare you make money with TikTok? How dare you try to get off the government dole? How dare you? You're making money? Nah. We want you dependent on the government. How dare you try to feed your child? No, I'm just saying there are people out there who make a living either on TikTok or they do TikTok reactions. There's money to be made on TikTok. People just don't go on the platform for free. Oh, no. Most people get on TikTok now to get monetized, to make money. It's a business. Don't kid yourself. Don't be fooled. There's 100 million Americans who use it, and probably 10% of them are using it as a business. That's 10 million voters who are using TikTok as a business. It's part of their business model. Now you're taking away their livelihoods. That's millions of voters. That's why I'm having a hard time believing that they're trying to push this through on both Democrats and Republicans. It's bipartisan here. And so you people need to get out there and protest this. This is your right to free speech. Get out there and protest. Oh my God. Okay, let's read what my co-pilot has to say. Let's get the facts and get the details on the TikTok ban. Like my last video, I tried to be more factual here. That's why I got my co-pilot. Other content creators are taking everything out of context. I try not to. I'm going to try to present all the facts as my co-pilot is sending me. So this is what it says. The situation regarding TikTok in the United States has recently seen significant developments. Here is a summary of the current status. Wow. President Joe Biden signed a bill that could lead to a ban on TikTok in the United States. The legislation known as the Protecting Americans from Foreign Adversary Controlled Applications Act. Did you get all that? was included in a package of foreign aid bills. How convenient. Oh my God, you people need to stand up to your politicians. You need to write them. You need to start protesting this right away. Why aren't you out there marching in the streets for your right to free speech? They're trying to take TikTok away from you. I'm not a fan of the platform. I'm just a fan of free speech. Okay. Let's go scroll down here. Sale or ban. The law requires TikTok's parent company ByteDance, which is based in China, to sell the app to a new owner within a year. If ByteDance fails to divest, TikTok will be banned from U.S. app stores and web hosting services. So, yeah, bipartisan support. The bill had overwhelming bipartisan support. You need to vote these suckers out of office. They're taking away your right to be entertained by the videos you see on TikTok. They're taking away your freedoms. You need to vote these suckers out. Move through Congress quickly. The original version of the bill, which called for a 6-month window to divest, passed the House in March. An updated version allowing up to 12 months for a divestment passed over the weekend. Legal challenge. Oh, I hope so, but they're not going to win in this country. I really don't think so. They can try. TikTok has stated it would challenge the law in court, which could delay an eventual sale or ban. The company has called the law unconstitutional, and it is. It is unconstitutional. Absolutely it is. They're not doing anything that any other company isn't out there doing. They're no different. And expressed that it has invested billions of dollars to keep U.S. data safe and the platform free from outside influence. Maybe, maybe not. But the other platforms are just as corrupt. What difference does it make? Timeline. The earliest a ban could start is January 2025 with the possibility of a one-time extension of 90 days, bringing the timeline to sell to 1 year. However, with TikTok threatening legal action, the matter could get tied up in the courts for even longer. That's what they want to do. I hope they're successful in doing that. This is a developing story, and the outcome will likely have significant implications for the app's 170 million. 170 million. I was wrong. In my last video, I think I said there was 100 million people using it. No, it's 170 million American users and the broader social media landscape. MSN, Biden just signed a bill that could ban TikTok. Here's what you need. TikTok CEO Shu Chu says fight over ban will head to court. We aren't going anywhere. Every U.S. senator using TikTok who voted to ban it. Oh, wouldn't you like to know that one? You could Newsweek. Go to Newsweek, and every U.S. senator using TikTok who voted to ban it, you need to vote these senators out. Get a list of those senators and vote them out. Newsweek has it on MSN. So, wow. And how will this impact content creators and influencers? Oh, let's go to that one. I think the real threat here is TikTok is taking away eyeballs from mainstream media, like The View. Who cares what they say on The View, right? But they don't like it because it's taking away eyeballs. Hollywood doesn't like it because it's taking away eyeballs. And they won't stop. They'll go after X. They'll go after YouTube. They'll go after every social media platform that's taken eyeballs away from ABC, CBS, NBC, from legacy media. If it's taking eyeballs away from, it's a threat. YouTube is a threat. BitChute is a threat. Rumble is a threat. They're all threats to mainstream media because mainstream media wants your eyeballs on them. They do. And if you're on YouTube watching somebody's random YouTube video, you're not watching ABC. You're not buying tickets to a Hollywood film. No, you're on your phone. You're scrolling. They don't like that. They have learned it's taking eyeballs away. And the newest generation's really glued to their tablets and phones. They're not the ones going to the theaters. Why do you see all this novelty? The new Ghostbusters, the new Beetlejuice with the original cast. Why do you think that is? Because it's my generation who might still go to the theater. The young generation's on their phones. They don't like that. It's only a matter of time before they ban smartphones. And that's already happening too, I think. So, how is this going to affect creators? Let me tell you something. You need to get a hold of your congressmen, your senators. That's voters. They have to think about that. If I were a senator and I voted for this ban, I may not have a job. My constituents will rally and say, out. Out you go. So I've asked my co-pilot for the potential impact it'll have on content creators. Because I was just mentioning that. Now I'm talking about the conspiracy of what's going on here, why I think they really hate TikTok. It's not just they can't control the narrative, it's that they can't control Elon with X. Australia wants X out of the country. They want Elon in jail. They want him arrested. Because he didn't go along with the narrative that the Australian government had. And this is what's happening here, folks. This is exactly what's going on. I'm not going to shut up about this. Like I said, I don't like the platform. I don't have it. I don't use it. At least not yet. So, for me to say, come here and defend TikTok, I'm defending content creators as a whole. I see this as an attack on free speech. Whether or not I like the platform, that's irrelevant. Because I see the attack on my freedoms. Even though I don't use the platform, it's an attack on freedom. And I stand for freedom. Period. So, I asked my co-pilot, Microsoft Bing. Amazing how they call it a co-pilot, because they got an airplane here. And I come on, my tagline is, let's get ready for takeoff or flying into new territory. And today is TikTok, right? This is getting me riled up. I'm telling you, but I want to do my best to present the facts. So let's deal with the facts. The potential ban on TikTok in the United States could have a significant impact on content creators and influencers. Here's how. Thank you, co-pilot. Economic impact. Many content creators rely on TikTok for a significant portion of their income. True, true, true. Absolutely true. A ban could disrupt their livelihoods. That's what I was saying. As they may lose the platform that provides them with financial stability. Absolutely. My co-pilot agrees with me on that issue. I was talking about that very thing. That's absolutely true. If you, especially for families I know that are struggling, who rely on social media to bring in some extra bacon, extra scratch, right? Whether they're on OAF or they're on TikTok, whatever platform they're on. Even if they only make $100, it's $100 a month that they didn't have. Now you're trying to take that away. I got kids to feed. I got to pay utilities. Groceries are going up. Rent is going up. Insurance is going up. You're trying to take away economic opportunity. Screw you. You need to vote these suckers out of office. Biden is done. So you may have supported him in the past. You can't support him now. That sucker needs to be voted out of office. Do not vote for that man. You may not like Trump either, then vote for Kennedy. That's the direction I'm probably going, because I don't really care for Biden. I don't care for Trump. Kennedy's a little bit younger than them, but not a lot. Career disruption. Okay. For some, TikTok has been a transformative platform that allows them to pursue careers in entertainment and media. This ban could force them to abandon or drastically alter their career paths. You're taking away people's opportunity. There's going to be other platforms. It's still going to be YouTube. There's still going to be Rumble, BitChute. There's other platforms. It's not the end of the world, but if they go after one platform like TikTok or X, they'll go after others. It's an attack on all of them. I really think so. I think they're going after all content creators on all the platforms. They sure are. Because it's taking eyeballs off of Hollywood. It's taking eyeballs off of The View. Oh, poor Whoopi Goldberg. Oh, poor Whoopi. She's losing eyeballs, and she don't like that. Yeah. Community and engagement. Influencers have built large communities on TikTok. A ban could lead to a loss of audience and engagement, and transitioning to new platforms may not guarantee the same level of interaction. True. Diversification and adaptation. Anticipating a possible ban, many creators have already started expanding their brand presence across multiple platforms. Good move. Good move. Launching podcasts, subscription newsletters, educational offerings, and even merchandise. Legal and political dynamics. The ban underscores the power imbalances in creator economy and highlights how creators have often are and highlights how creators are often misunderstood and devalued despite their contributions to news, information, entertainment, and community. Precedent from other countries. Oh, here's one. I was just talking about Australia and what's happening with Elon, right? I was just talking about that. Okay. The impact of TikTok bans in other countries like India could serve as a precedent showing how influencers and app users adapt and respond to such significant changes. Overall, while the ban presents challenges, it also pushes creators and influencers to innovate and adapt to maintain their presence and influence in the digital space. No, they're after the content creators as a whole. They're just doing it a little bit here, a little bit here, a little bit there. Give them an inch, they'll take a mile. Give them an ounce, they'll take a pound. I mean, I was just talking to my co-pilot. Let's see. What are some alternative platforms for content creators? Are there any success stories of creators transitioning? How can influence diversify their income streams? Yeah, I mean, I may have to do a podcast version of this because there's just so much information here that I don't want to do completely on video because I got to keep a time limit for reasons of upload and here's another one. Great podcast here because on podcast I can do long form, hour and a half, 2 hours. I can go into much more detail that I can't do on video. For time reasons, I don't want to bore everybody with, because I'll just keep going down that rabbit hole, thinking this is informative and that's informative, because I want to keep giving everybody the facts. And the facts are, This is bad. A TikTok ban is totally bad for everybody. And it just gets me riled up. It's like, you don't see what I'm seeing. I'm seeing it's legacy media being threatened out of business. Hollywood is crumbling from within. All your streaming platforms are crumbling. Yeah, they are. That's another topic. There's too many choices right now, and people are competing for eyeballs, and everybody's losing out. CNN is losing, Fox is losing. They can't keep attention. They can't keep eyeballs on their platforms, and they're all feeling threatened. That's what this is. This is legacy media, like CNN, Fox, ABC, Disney, all feeling threatened by the existence of our smartphones. The existence of social media as a whole. They don't want anybody competing with them. They don't want you doing Facebook Reels. They don't want you doing YouTube Shorts. They don't want you on the platform at all. They want you spending money at their theme parks. Disney wants you watching their content. Disney wants to make money off of you. See, I'm seeing the bigger conspiracy here. And they say it's all about this is going to have impact around the world. India did it. China, their version is completely different. China's got a lot of influence in this country. And believe me, they're going to keep it going. I thought for sure they'd have senators bought off, but no, everybody's on board this ban. I said, you need to find out what senators are supporting this bill. What's attached to this bill? There's maybe more to this bill that meets the eye. Why are they so quick to pass this bill? What else is in this bill? So, in my podcast version, I may try to investigate that a little bit. What else is in this bill? They're called attachments. What's attached to it? There's more than just a ban on TikTok. There's something else going on here. It's more than just a conspiracy because the legacy media like Disney and CNN and ABC, which is owned by Disney, want to compete for your eyeballs. And they're not getting your eyeballs. Your eyeballs are on TikTok. Your eyeballs are on YouTube. It's not on Disney. They know it. And they feel threatened by it. And that's what I think is going on here. That's my opinion. Comment below. What do you think of this ban on TikTok? And I encourage everybody, find out who voted for this bill and vote those suckers out of office. They are attacking your free speech and your livelihood. They are. Completely. Find out who they are. And my next video, something I haven't been doing, is a friend of mine created a theme song for me. But what I may do for video is try to create a 30-second video intro. 30 seconds. Yeah. I'm not going to shut up about this. I'm trying to calm down, trying not to swear, use profanities as best I can. Because sometimes I get real passionate, you know. I feel like telling our congressmen and senators, eat a bowl of beep. Yeah, eat a bowl of fuck. That's what I feel like telling our politicians who are trying to ban TikTok and take away people's opportunity, take away the people's right to free speech. Whether you're left or the right, because they're both doing it. Both sides of the aisle are doing this. I'm telling you, this is where people need to unite. Whether you're you're a lefty-loosey or a righty-tighty. This is one issue I think everybody can agree on. The right to free speech and to keep TikTok. Because it is an attack. They won't stop with TikTok. Oh, no. No, no, no. Don't kid yourself. They're going to go after all the platforms. They're going to go after everybody's right to post on Facebook. You can't post on Facebook. They want Facebook gone. They want your eyes and ears on CNN, on The View. They don't want anybody competing with them. Facebook is the threat too. They don't want you doing Facebook reels. They don't want that. They want that gone. So you need to vote these suckers out of office. You need to let these politicians know you're not going to stand for this. Because I guarantee you it will not stop with TikTok. That's my opinion. Take it or leave it. This will not end with TikTok. They're going after everyone. Absolutely they are. And even on the YouTube, they go after the small creators. They throttle their views down so nobody sees their views. Even this video will be throttled, I'm sure. Because they want their eyeballs on Disney. They want eyeballs on legacy media. They try to monopolize YouTube. Absolutely. They're trying to monopolize Facebook too. They don't want your eyes on that. They want your eyes on them. This is what this is. Deep down, this is what is going on here. Well, I said what I'm going to say. We'll save the rest of it for the podcast version, which I'll go into much greater detail. There will be a podcast version, probably in the next week or so. It's so stay tuned. Vote these suckers out. Vote them out. I'm telling you, get rid of these SOBs. They're taking away your entertainment, your livelihood. Get rid of them. I don't care if you're on the right or on the left. This is where people on both sides can come together and say, we need to vote them out. Thanks for tuning in. Like, subscribe, comment, whatever platform this is this being viewed on. Like, subscribe, comment below. Do a reaction video. Why not? It's public. The only thing that's copyrighted are my taglines and set design. Nobody likes a copycat. That stuff is copyrighted. But if you want to do a reaction video to this, be my guest. Bye-bye. Thank you.